Sampath. I'm the Chief of Staff at Sai Life Sciences and also playing host for today. It gives me pleasure to welcome all of you to this event. You've braved Hyderabad rains, muddy pools, and nothing less than a pandemic to be here in person, and I thank you all for that. A very warm welcome to our distinguished guests on stage. Our chief guest, Honorable Minister KTR who's Minister for Information Technology, Municipal Administration and Urban Development at the Government of Telangana. Mr. Jayesh Rajan, who's Secretary for Information Technology at the Government of Telangana. Mr. Narasimha Reddy, Vice Chairman and Managing Director of Telangana State Industrial Infrastructure Corporation. Mr. Shakti Nagappan, Director of Life Sciences and Pharma at Government of Telangana and CEO of Hyderabad Pharma City Limited. And also Mr. Puneet Bhatia, MD and Country Head of TPG Capital India, who's not here with us today in person, but will be joining us on video later in this session. I also welcome Mr. Krishna Kanmuri, our CEO, Shiva Chittor, our Chief Operating Officer, and the rest of the Sai leadership team, all the Saineers here, as well as our extended family of clients, partners, and well-wishers who are joining us on the live stream today. Thank you everyone for making it to this session. This Integrated Research and Technology Center is spread over 83,000 square feet, houses over 250 fume heads, and is built with green building concepts. A lot more about the special features of this facility are coming up later in this session, but at first I'd like to invite Krishna for his welcome address.
Honorable Mr. KTR Garu, Principal Secretary Jayesh Rajan Garu, Chairman, Vice Chairman and Managing Director of TICC, Sri Narasimha Reddy Garu, and Director of Life Sciences, Health and Pharma, Shakti Nagappan Garu, our fellow Simers, customers and partners who is joining us on live stream, all our friends and colleagues over here. Thank you so much for taking the time to join us. Such an important occasion for us, the opening of our Research and Technology Center. Talking about Mr. KTR Garu, I can, in a few opportunities I've had to listen to him, interact with him, one thing comes out. He's technically a politician, but he's actually more like an entrepreneur. He's phenomenally approachable, really digests difficult concepts easily, is very practical, and it really has an execution mindset of getting things done. It sounds very simple, but the reality is a very rare quality you see. And I've seen his commitment to the life science sector. He is so bullish about the life science sector and the effort he's putting in to really make Hyderabad one of the preeminent centers for life sciences is remarkable. This is not one sector. He's focused on manufacturing, R&D, be it vaccines, be it medical devices. GenomeValley is a classic example of one, a clear cluster, world-class cluster. Pharma City is coming up. Already we already have the special economic zone for the medical devices space, which is a huge ecosystem by itself. And this is not only reflected, just reflecting back, you really feel that the state's in good hands with his able leadership. And this also is, I just commented to him, his team itself. Had a chance to see his team a little bit over the years. Jayesh Rajan Garu, we were in a brief conversation in Birmingham. He really represented the story of Hyderabad, gravitas, passion. It's truly great to see. And Mr. Narasimha Reddy Garu has been involved in really building several industrial clusters in the state over the last 5 years, of which GenomeValley is a shining example of that. And Shakti Nagappan Garu, we've interacted with him in the last 12 to 18 months, really about helping us getting started. And it's really a refresher. Just the clear support is just incredible. So it's not only what he has done, the team he has built reflects his passion for this. And if you think this is support when times are good, all the COVID times, when things were really tough, the support, the administration and the police really gave it to us, even with a lot of pressure to keep operations going, just talks to how business-friendly environment this is. Sir, thank you so much for your leadership. It really means a lot for us to inspire us this way. Coming to the Sai opportunity itself, I can't really go forward without thanking three core constituents of that. One is my father. I think what we all appreciate about him is that he brought the fundamental values to the company. It's about doing things fundamentally the right way. Always take care of your customers and employees. Their interests come first. And I really think that philosophy is what was able to get such a great team together, that we really had good people join the company, not really the best, I would say, most competent, but really competent plus good people. And the relationships we have with our customers, everybody's enduring. And it's all because of that fundamental groundwork the company has set. And I really want to thank him so much for that. And then our team. We really are a collection of parts. I can't say Sai has one superstar. We really have phenomenal people across the board. If I take my direct management team, most of them joined the company when it was just idea 7, 8, 9 years ago, when it was just idea about what we want to do. And they're all with bigger companies, much better positions. And they came to build a vision. And the vision they are building. I really commend them for taking the chance on us at that time. And every Saimer, everyone, every commissioner of the customer, everything they do, they're a flag bearer for what we stand about. Customer service, continuous improvement, integrity, honesty. Your programs are more important than our programs. Our success is always measured by customer programs. We never look at what our success is. And that is really want to thank so much for the Simers, really for making us what we are. And it's, I can pound for pound say, I'm really proud to work with this team every day. And our customers. We work with the most exciting biopharmaceutical companies, from the smallest startups to mid-sized companies to the greatest global innovators. And when we get started, obviously there's a huge learning process for us. Not only did they help us in our learning process, they stuck with us as we went through our growing pains, taught us, coached us, and really made us who we are today. And not only that, they really are setting the tone for what we will be 5 years down the road. They're enabling tools, systems, practices, and learnings which get there to that level. So where we see our customers as friends, they're no longer partners for us, because we really believe we measure ourselves with the success of our customers. And we really are forever obliged for our customers to give us this opportunity. And we always will respect the support they've given to us. Then, now coming back to Sai, we started about 20 years ago, very small company. We started doing medicinal chemistry projects on a small scale. We started, and then over time, we started expanding our services into commercial manufacturing, development. And it was it's an incredible journey to come back and see where we are today. Today, we've have 2,000 employees globally. We put about 100 compounds from early discovery into the clinic. We've helped several molecules go commercial, including biotech and large pharma. It's a really great pride to where we are and the exciting opportunity in front of us. It really is just the start of what we want to create. And this R&D center for us is really not a building. When I say it's a building a infrastructure is only 10% of the problem. What this represents is we went, looked at our customers, looked at how they think internally. It's not about how the building looks, it's not about what the infrastructure is. It's how we work, the ways of working, the way of approach science. That's really where the thing is. So what you don't see behind this building, 90% of the work is going behind the scenes, that the mentorship, coaching, how we're changing every day is really where the work is. And that is a true differentiator. The culture and the team is going to be a true differentiator going forward. This building, while the norms are ahead of everything else in India, designs are ensuring that these match or exceed what we see in the West. It's really about the work going behind the scenes which will truly differentiate ourselves. And I'll have to talk a little bit about TPG Capital. 2018, TPG Capital came on board as an investor, but I honestly have to say they've been more partners than investors. We share a common belief to build a world-class company the right way. I have to say, Puneet, Mitesh at the board level, Anuj, Zubin, operational level, they've just been a phenomenal support, giving us access to resources, best in breed, scalability, and really helping us and empowering us to really take on the most ambitious journey we are going forward. Also, HPM Capital has been a long-term investor in healthcare. They really are giving us the support to really start the next generation of this journey, which is even more ambitious than we're doing so far. And so right now this building, Sai today has 2,000 employees. This site, this is the first phase of expansion of this site. which will add another 400 employees in this area. Then we will be refurbishing our old blocks in the back, which will upgrade the whole facility to the same standard as this facility. We're adding another biology building, which will be up and running in another 3 to 4 months. And there's a subsequent expansion. When this is complete, this site will house about 1,500 employees in the next 2 years, brand new jobs to Hyderabad. And more importantly, this will definitely be one of the state-of-the-art organizations globally. The scale, abilities, and features will be nothing less than anything available globally. And that is the ambition we're on at this point. Over the last year, we've expanded into a process development lab in Manchester, UK, a biology lab in Cambridge, US. The main reason we've done that is to be closer to the customer and access best next generation talent. But the story is not about the talent and what they do, it's integration. How do we integrate those into one side? Sure, a customer can come to Hyderabad, can go to Manchester or Cambridge. They get the same service, same way of working, same equipment. So it's really about the bigger picture of how do we make ourselves country neutral in terms of the customer experience is really what we're about at this point. Quality and safety have always been the foundational aspects of the business, with something we always take pride in being ahead of the curve, and we always will be ahead of the curve from a global standard standpoint. Those foundational for us. And quality and safety is not about what is seen, it's about what's unseen. It's about everything we touch. We want to make sure our employees, it's not about we don't show something to the world or something to what we are. What we do is what the world will see. And that talks about how you put things in the storeroom, how do you kind of keep the equipment clean. It's the small details which we're trying to differentiate ourselves. We're investing aggressively in next generation equipment, technology, which are future-proof, investing in the next paperless infrastructure which sets us up well for data capture.
The best quality social and the physical infrastructure. In fact, I was very pleasantly surprised when I came back to Hyderabad after a gap of a few years and found that the infrastructure, as it was crumbling in other parts of the country, in Hyderabad, it was actually better than ever. And I think very importantly, that has really fostered the creation of world-class entrepreneurs and also the talent pool that is globally competitive and is energized and motivated in working to create amongst the best global platforms in this city. And it's not surprising to me that when some of the leading global companies like Amazon and Google are trying to pick where they should be setting up their dedicated centers and investing in large quantums, that they have picked Hyderabad and Telangana to actually create their dedicated centers. The global pharmaceutical industry is about $1 trillion, and about $200 billion is invested annually in new product or drug development. Sai was founded with a vision to accelerate new drug development, and it has done that very successfully over the years through its integrated facility that can discover, develop, and manufacture new chemical entities to support the global innovator pharmaceutical companies. So we invested in Sai in 2018 after having tracked the performance and the success that the company was having and the reputation that it was very quickly building in the global pharmaceutical ecosystem. And we had really found that what Krishna, through his vision and entrepreneurship, had created was really exemplary. So the company had already built the world-class infrastructure, the processes, the teams, and the capabilities that had helped it win and acquire 10 out of the top 20 pharmaceutical companies as its customers. Since our investment, the company has continued to grow and show more kind of resolution and more intent in creating its vision of becoming an integral part of this global ecosystem for pharmaceutical companies. It's doubled its manufacturing capacity, it's doubled its R&D facilities, and it's also developed 2 new centers which allows the company to get closer to its customers in the UK and in the US. Today, Sai is recognized as one of the most reputable pharmaceutical CDMOs in the world, and is really recognized for its quality and its processes and its ability to manufacture some of the most complex drugs and molecules in the world. The credit goes to the visionary entrepreneurship of Krishna and his world-class management team. And I'm sure Sai will be one of the world's most respected and innovative pharma companies in the next decade, and will be a shining example of Telangana's entrepreneurial culture, its high quality infrastructure, and the talent pool that the state has nurtured. The Sai team has also been very proudly associated in ways to support the community as we've been hit by COVID. And the company has been really at the forefront of distributing thousands of liters of sanitizers to various public organizations, making donations to the Chief Minister's Relief Fund, and also contributed over 20,000 N95 masks. Sai has also joined hands on the Project Moonshot to volunteer with a global consortium that aims to deliver an antiviral drug candidate which will be effective against our fight against COVID-19. The opening up of the new R&D center today is a testament to all the stakeholders of Sai. Krishna's vision and leadership, and the senior management team and the collective efforts that they have expended to bring the company this far. But to me, it's also a real tribute to the state of Telangana, the Chief Minister and the leaders who have built an unmatched ecosystem that fosters entrepreneurism and the creation of these world-class players. I believe that Sai has a historic opportunity now to become a center of global innovation, and I'm sure that Sai will be at the forefront of value creation, success, and growth in the times to come. My very best wishes.
We have one more video to play. So many of our clients and partners from across the globe who wanted to be there for this event haven't been able to travel, obviously, because of the restrictions, but they've sent us their video messages. So if you could just pull that up next, please. While we do that, I have to say that our clients have been quite...
Krishna, I got the announcement you have regarding the opening. Hi, Krishna. Krishna, I got the announcement you have regarding the opening and celebration of the new Research and Technology Center in Hyderabad. And I wanted to congratulate you and your team on the enormous progress you are making in growing your company. As you know, I have been enormously satisfied with our relationship, both when we were Norex and, of course, for the last 5 years, as Aptenix, and we wouldn't be able to be where we are in our programs with respect to our clinical stage development if it wasn't for your team helping us and guiding us in the medicinal chemistry of the synthesis of our compounds to begin with, in the scale-up of these compounds, in making the API we need, and being our reliable and terrific partner along the entire journey. So thank you for that great partnership. Thank you for supporting what we do, because we are working on making life much better for patients with high unmet needs. And have a great celebration. I wish I could be there and celebrate with you in person, but of course that is not possible right now, so I will choose to be there with you in spirit for the inauguration. All the best, and give my regards to the entire team. Okay? Thank you.
Dear Krishna, dear Sai colleagues, on behalf of the organization of Roche, I want to congratulate you for the inauguration of the new lab building. But I also want to say thank you for the last 9 years, for the excellent support you provided to us. We met the first time in 2011. At that time, you had 2 production buildings, either for 2 and 3, and now you have the manufacturing assets with several hundred cubic meters of reactor capacity. I think the story of Sai is really a very successful story and your development. I congratulate you to this new building, and I hope that this new building will become a landmark. I'm currently standing in building 1 of Roche, and this also became a landmark of Roche, but also for Bauer. I hope that you can attract the best talents of India, that you can bring together different sciences in this building, and that you can develop good processes for the new APIs of the next decade. Because we are working in an area we can really make an impact on patients' life. I wish you now a very nice inauguration party, and I'm already looking now forward to meeting you in person when COVID-19 crisis. All the best from Basel. This was Thomas from Roche.
Hello, Krishna, and everyone at Sci Life Sciences. This is Derek Small. I am an entrepreneur, venture capitalist, and CDO of multiple biotech companies that has partnered with Sci Team or Sci Life Sciences over the last 15 years or so. And I'm really excited for what you guys are doing. I'm excited for this new facility, the team, and the growth, and everything that I hear from Krishna is just really encouraging for the field and the sector and everything that you guys are doing going forward. But to share a little bit about the past, in the last 15 years, I've been really fortunate to have Sci as a partner with multiple products now, going back 15 years ago, starting up and taking risks together on new products and new companies. Sci's been a tremendous partner, and now from those early risks and early clinical trials, I believe we've worked on probably almost 10 new products from phase 1 to multiple phase 2s and phase 3s and pre-commercial scale manufacturing and medicinal chemistry efforts on all those products too. You guys have been a great partner, and I'm excited for what you're doing. And I just wanted to say thanks, and I'm excited to be a part of this new growth and this new opportunity for you guys.
Hi everyone, I'm very proud, I'm very happy that today you are inaugurating your new research and technology center in Hyderabad. I feel very grateful. It's a real honor to have the chance to be with you through this video today, and to share also my happiness. It's amazing how you grow. It's crazy how the company you are becoming, the CDMO, international CDMO you are already present almost everywhere and collaborating, supporting and developing products to take care of the health of the people. And I would just want to say once again thanks for these several years of partnership. Thanks, because Fast Pharma would never be where it is today without your support, and hope our partnership keep growing, strengthening, and to be there to live it personally. Thanks a lot for everything, and as I said, congratulations.
Hello, Sci family. It's an honor and pleasure to say a few words at the opening of your R&T Center today. So, as many of you know, my relationship with Sci goes back to over a decade, 2 decades actually, starting first with Rangaraju and then working through with Krishna over the years, and Dr. Sarma and the entire team there. Done over about 10 plus programs with Sci, successful programs, one entering phase 2, many part-time programs. What makes Sci different from other CROs is an underlying principle that they will always make right by the customer. So besides the technical experience, there is an incredible amount of trust that has built over the years. I wish Sci many fruitful years going forward, and all many successes. And for Krishna, I have few words to say. Don't forget the little guys, Krishna. Don't forget the little guys. Thank you all, and wishes for many prosperous years ahead.
Hello to everybody at SCI. This is Jeremy Davis, calling in from Slough in the UK, and unfortunately not the tropical island you can see in the background. On behalf of the whole team at UCB, I just wanted to take the opportunity to congratulate you on a truly significant milestone in SCI's history. You are moving into world-class labs at Hyderabad. I wish we could be there to enjoy the day with you, but for obvious reasons we can't. And so for the time being, this short video will have to do. So we've worked with SCI for over a decade, and I wanted to take the opportunity to thank you for all of the work that you've done for us. Just this morning, I took the liberty of checking our database. So I've made over 12,000 final molecules, many thousand intermediates, and performed well over 100,000 reactions, which is a truly monumental amount of work to get through. But most importantly, you've made a really fantastic contribution to UCB's mission and brought us that step closer to delivering medicines to our patients. So thank you. Sharma asked me to reflect on what makes a successful collaboration, and I could give you many reasons, but I'm going to give you just one. What makes collaborations work are the people, and the biggest factor in success has been the way in which the scientists at SCI and the scientists at UCB have truly come together in a real partnership and worked to drive our projects forward. And I just wanted to say thank you for that contribution. It only remains for me to say congratulations, enjoy the day, and I look forward to the near future when we can visit and see the labs for real.
Greetings. This is Jeff Saunders, currently head of drug discovery at Casma Therapeutics. In 2003, I had the great fortune to meet Dr. Ranga and Krishna, who were on a tour of East and West Coast pharma and biotech companies. They were pitching a young CRO focused on providing chemical capabilities at an exceptionally reasonable annual rate. I took a chance and gave them a portion of our lead program at Elixir Pharmaceuticals. We both spent significant time and energy developing a strong, honest, transparent relationship, reflective of a critical mutual philosophy. It soon became clear that SCI was very capable. Ultimately, in fact, they provided our clinical candidate and prepared a multi-kilo batch for our clinical effort. Since then, I've been with multiple startup companies, and for nearly all of them, I've relied heavily on SCI. They've always assigned great leadership to my programs and top-notch, highly productive teams, always conscientious about our internal goals. One of the things I've especially appreciated about SCI, which clearly derives from the top and differentiates them from other CROs, is an attitude of whatever you want and need. SCI has maintained a much appreciated small company feel. Consistently over the years, they have adopted and grown to provide capabilities well beyond chemistry that have been a great part of my successes at multiple companies since the early days at Elixir. Going forward, I wish SCI all continued successes as they consolidate in the new Hyderabad facility, always maintaining those founding principles of strong, honest, and transparent relationships. Thank you, and best to all.
Always good to have partners cheer you on, isn't it? If any of our clients are watching this live, thank you very much for sending your messages across. Next, I'd like to invite Mr. Jayesh Ranjan to come and speak a few words.
Honorable Minister, Krishna, my colleagues, Nasimha Reddy, Shakti, all the senior leaders, staff members of SCI Life Sciences, partners, clients. Let me begin by congratulating all of you for creating something which is truly outstanding. As Krishna mentioned, you started your journey in 1999. You are the first CRO in Telangana, in Hyderabad, and to cover these 21 years actually, with so much of glory, so much of successes, and what you have achieved here today, this amazing world-class facility. This actually adds one more jewel to our Hyderabad crown. 2 years ago, as Krishna mentioned, we were attending an event together in Birmingham. It was a life sciences event organized by the UK government. And as we all know, while there is a recognition in the US, in Europe, in UK about India, they typically consider India to be a outsourcing destination for low-end kind of activities. And I remember in that event, our Consul General in Birmingham, Dr. Aman Puri, he had spoken first. And I could see the reactions on the audience that he did not cut much ice. He spoke about India, how great a place it is, but no one appeared to be unduly impressed. And then Krishna spoke, and the way he explained what he does, most of the things which you already know, since you are integrally involved in doing all that, and he created such an amazing story. And then I followed him. I was the next speaker. So his speech gave me so much of steam that I could tell a lot about how this is just one sample of the Hyderabad ecosystem. Everything else here is also the same, and that really made lots of people start thinking about India, Telangana, Hyderabad. We received lots of enquiries then and there, and thereafter actually the UK government sponsored a full-fledged delegation. There were some 20-odd companies who came here. Some of them are still in touch with us. One of them actually decided to choose to set up their facility in Hyderabad, and I'm sure many more will be on the way. So again, it is people like Krishna, Sai Life Sciences, who serve as the ambassadors of all the great things which are happening here in Hyderabad. So we are always very grateful to you. I would also like to place one suggestion before Krishna and all of you in the team. And actually, this idea occurred to me last year when this BioAsia was going on. Actually, not last year. COVID is now making us think everything happened so much in the past. It happened actually in February. So in the BioAsia in February, we had Dr. Siddharth Mukherjee as one of our speakers. And he spoke about precision medicine, personalized medicine. He spoke about how he's doing this research for cancer. And even now when we look at how this COVID is playing out, in the beginning we were given to understand that most of the fatalities of COVID are happening to people who have some other disease also. So there's a comorbidity. But now we are getting so much of data which shows that COVID is also taking away lives of ordinary people who do not have anything else as well. So obviously it kind of gives rise to a thought that this very general kind of treatment which is being given to everyone perhaps is not working, and therefore there is a need to develop more personalized medicine, more precision medicine. And I feel that companies like Sai Life Sciences and other great players in the Hyderabad ecosystem, they are in a best position to take the lead on developing protocols for this kind of individualized, personalized precision medicine. And I do hope that a day will come when this particular aspect also will be an important highlight and milestone for our Hyderabad ecosystem. So once again, my congratulations to all of you, good wishes to all of you, and let's hope that in days to come, the way Krishna explained about your roadmap for the future, we'll be hearing of some similar fabulous success stories. Thank you very much for inviting us today.
Can I request Mr. Shakti Nagappan to speak a few words as well?
Thank you. Good afternoon, everybody. First of all, congratulations to Krishna and the entire team of Sai for inauguration of this new facility. This is swanky new. We were just discussing before the program started that how all the life sciences facilities are much more swankier and modern in relation to IT companies, which generally used to be considered modern and state of the art. We just had a brief tour of the facility. It's certainly impressive. Congratulations, Krishna. Congratulations, Shiva, and the entire team. We are delighted that we are getting more companies in GenomeValley and companies who are already here expanding And from the government standpoint, we see, this cluster, becoming one of the leading hotspots in Asia. It's already regarded the life sciences hub with about 200 companies. But then with focus of government and, with companies like Sai, Biologically, Bharat Biotech expanding, we are confident that this cluster will emerge as one of the leading hotspots in Asia for innovation. And what we are trying to do from government standpoint is that, we are trying to focus on infrastructure. How do we get more infrastructure here? Not just, industry-driven infrastructure, but also social infrastructure for, employees to kind of have a social life around this place. How do we get, more eating kind of spaces here? Hospital facilities. So these are things that we are trying to do in terms of an infrastructure. Of course, in terms of a plug-and-play facility, there is a significant amount of space that are getting added to this cluster. From a government also, we are trying to see how much, we can partner with private companies and amplify the overall investment in infrastructure. On the talent side, which is the second area that we are focusing on the government, is, we already launched a program with all the vaccine manufacturers. See, how do we get more GMP, kind of manpower ready for biologics activity? So we did one pilot which was successful. Here, the unique feature is that all 4 vaccine manufacturers came together, worked with the government. They imparted the training program themselves, and so that pilot we are actually scaling up to become a full-fledged vaccine program. Similarly, we believe chemistry, analytical, and medchem is an important area to focus on. So we are now, working around creating more skilling programs to get industry-ready manpower. With all these initiatives, we believe, this sector is poised to grow, and GenomeValley will continue to, receive companies both within India and outside. Thank you. Congratulations again.
Thank you, Shakti. Okay. I will now, in a few moments, invite our Chief Guest, Minister KT Ramarao, to speak. My research tells me that he's not a big fan of long, elaborate introductions, so I'm just going to keep that short. But credited with conceptualizing and driving several ambitious initiatives, I think it is only appropriate. I'm keeping it very short. Thank you. Yeah.
Thank you. You can't say he needs no introduction and then you can't go on for 5 minutes. That's not how it works. Krishna's truly blown away by, what I've seen here. Truly a world-class facility. My compliments, congratulations to you and the entire team of Sai Life Sciences. Truly world-class. I am blown away, mesmerized, running short of adjectives. Brilliant. It's truly on par with some of the best facilities I've seen in the world. And I've traveled the world, I've seen quite a few facilities. This is by far one of the best in the world that I've seen. Delighted that it is in Hyderabad. Delighted that we are, in the middle of this wonderful life sciences cluster. To Krishna, of course, and also Shiva Chittur, the CEO of Sai Life Sciences. To all the employees, the customers, to the partners of Sai Life Sciences, a very good afternoon to all of you. At the outset, firstly, let me wish all my fellow Indians a very warm greeting on the 74th Independence Day. Wish you all a very happy Independence Day. I'm delighted and honored to be here. Truly, like I said, a world-class facility which has just been inaugurated, the research and technology facility of Sai Life Sciences. Shakti, in fact, and Jayesh have just told me before I walked onto the stage, while Sai may have been the first CRO company to have, come up in Hyderabad, today I'm delighted to share with all of you all the top 5 CRO companies in India, and possibly some of the best in the world. All of them are now in Hyderabad. In fact, along with Sai, all of your top competition is also here. So I think it's in a way good for the ecosystem, it's in a way good for all of you as well as we continue to expand the life sciences ecosystem. As Krishna pointed out, from a very humble beginning, Dr. Rangaraj Garu, with about 15 lakh rupees in 1999, around the millennium, had founded this company, and today it's truly become global. I mean, seeing all the testimonies and appreciation from your clients from across the world and from partners. What really was voluminous there was, what really was very impressive in the testimonials was not just that they were a diverse set from various parts of the world. More importantly, they are long-term associates, long-term partners. That really shows the value and ethos and the kind of fabric that really binds all of you together. So my compliments on building long-term relationships, my compliments on making this a unbelievably impressive success story. I'm also told that about 7 of the top 10 global innovator pharma companies and several small and mid-sized innovators are now clients of your company, and you're supporting their innovation from Hyderabad. I'd also like to take this opportunity, like I said, to thank and appreciate and recognize the founder of this company, Dr. Rangaraj Garu. And of course, over the last 15 years, ever since Krishna returned from the United States, he has really shaped up this company into a global enterprise. And I believe Sai Life Sciences is one of the fastest growing CRO and CDMO companies in India. I do believe that, as Krishna pointed out, in a recent meeting, you also opened R&D facilities in the United States and also United Kingdom. Sincerely congratulate all of you, but also, more importantly, as was pointed out by your partners and customers, all the life-saving medicines that you help them develop is what is really important in today's times, especially as pandemic is on the top of everybody's mind across the world. Your research and technology center, I'm told, is going to be the nerve center for your R&D activity and also will accelerate in the discovery and development of new drugs. I took a brief tour of your facility and, like I said, truly world-class and some very, very unique features that I've never seen anywhere, even in the United States. I'm glad that Hyderabad continues to be your backbone. Hyderabad continues to be the base of what you're doing, because you're working with more than 1,000 global innovators in their vision to improve healthcare. And as the life sciences ecosystem in Hyderabad continues to grow, I'm sure there will be many more opportunities. The current size of the life sciences ecosystem in Hyderabad is about $50 billion. And our ambitious goal, that we've set for ourselves to enable and to facilitate all young entrepreneurs is that we want this $50 billion to grow into $100 billion enterprise value and 400,000 more jobs, direct jobs, to come up right here in our own city of Hyderabad, in our own state of Telangana. GenomeValley, which is where we are now, has come out and emerged into one of the leading hotspots for life sciences in Asia. And it is continuing to grow, and it is continuing to remain a preferred destination for many global companies. Our government's focus on life sciences is going to intensify further in the next few years. The reason why I say this is because now every government across the world has no choice but to invest more in healthcare, in life sciences, the life sciences, entire life sciences continuum. Today we import 78% of our med devices. While we take a lot of pride in being the pharmaceutical capital of India and bulk drugs capital of India, while we also take a lot of pride in being the vaccine hub for the world, it is a fact that med devices, again, a majority of the med devices, in fact, lion's share of them are imported. So to maintain this life sciences continuum and to build on the impressive set of companies that we have in our life sciences spectrum, we will continue our endeavors and we will ensure that all support is given to aspiring entrepreneurs in the life sciences ecosystem from the government of Telangana. Hyderabad has a brilliant edge and a competitive advantage of becoming the research and development hub for entire Asia, not just in India. We need companies like Sai to come forward and contribute to the growth of the life sciences sector. I'm also told more than 2,000 global clients of yours and partners are actually joining us today virtually. I'd like to assure all of them who are with us virtually that the government of Telangana will continue to support the growth of the industry and also ensure that the ecosystem plays an important role in all of your aspirations that you have for your enterprises. I'd also like to use this opportunity to urge you all, in fact, those of you who are watching, to consider setting up your footprint in Hyderabad. More than 1.5 million square foot of plug-and-play facilities is currently under development in this cluster, the GenomeValley, to make it extremely easy and asset-light for companies to come in and hit the ground running. Let me point out to you all that Hyderabad has always been known as the life sciences capital of our country. As I pointed out, we contribute to more than 40% of pharmaceutical production in India. We are already, in fact, home to more than 800 life sciences companies, including the likes of Novartis, GSK, Lonza, Chemo, Ferring, Mylan, among others. Our aspiration, as I pointed out, is to grow this manifold. Also take this opportunity to point out that the government remains absolutely committed to sustainable and responsible development. GenomeValley is a great example of our commitment to sustainable development. This cluster was envisaged as a clean manufacturing and innovation cluster, and we do not permit any pollution-intensive industry within a radius of 10 kilometers from this cluster. Even in the new initiatives of the government, like Hyderabad Pharma City, which will be the world's single largest pharma cluster, we are deploying the best-in-class technology and environmental infrastructure to ensure sustainability. I firmly believe in the 4 E's, the 4E mantra, as we keep chanting. Economic activity, environmental concern, environment as a priority, employment to locals and employment to Indians, and empowerment across the many things that divide us, women, men, the sex divide, the rural-urban divide, etc., etc. We are fully committed to ensuring that this amazing sector, life sciences, which already has a fantastic hub in Hyderabad, will thrive, will continue to grow, and with impressive companies like Sai Life Sciences and their trajectory inspiring us, I believe that Hyderabad will become the research and development hub, not just for India, but for the entire Asian continent. Once again, my compliments, Krishna, to you, to Dr. Rangaraju Garu, to your entire team at Sai. My good wishes, and once again, truly impressed with what I've seen, and all the very best. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Minister. Shiva, can I just request you to come up on stage? And along with Krishna, present a memento to the Minister. So mementos be Krishna and Shiva, if you could just... You could also extend the